your Social Security hearing is coming up and you're nervous because you've been waiting for 2 years and you don't know what to expect. So take a deep breath, because all of those big courtrooms that you see on TV, that is not what it is like. In Social Security disability, you will have the law judge who will be presiding. The hearing is recorded, so he will have an assistant who will be running the audio equipment. And there may be also a vocational specialist who will more likely than not be appearing by phone. And sometimes they also have a medical expert who will also be appearing by phone. What occurs at these hearings is if you are represented, your representative will be asking you some questions. The judge will be asking you questions. The questions that the judge is going to be asking you are going to be questions about what part of your disability limits what you do on a day-to-day basis. Why is it that you are unable to work because of your disability? Therefore, it's important that you have a representative or an attorney at the hearing for you, because oftentimes the judge has his or her mind already made up and doesn't ask all of the questions that may need to be asked. The judge will ask you questions about your weight restrictions, how long you can sit and stand. And sometimes they're going to try and trip you up. They'll ask you, how many pounds can you carry? And some people will say, I can't even carry a pound. But then they'll ask you if you can carry a box of pasta. And you say, well, of course, but that's a pound. So if you have a judge who is looking to cut your benefits, they may even find that to be fraudulent. Therefore, it is extremely important that you are fully prepared for these hearings. Once the judge has ascertained what your limitations are, if there is a vocational specialist, he will ask the vocational specialist whether or not those restrictions would limit you from being able to do what they call past relevant work. If the vocational specialist says, no, it doesn't limit you, essentially, you are not going to receive benefits. Now, if you have an attorney representing you who can then ask the vocational specialist in a different way the same question, you may have that vocational specialist say, yes, it does impact past vocational experience. Once that inquiry is made, the next inquiry will be, is there anything within the U.S. economy that this person would be able to do for substantial gainful employment? And again, the judge will go through what your restrictions are with the vocational specialist, and the vocational expert will give an opinion. And again, if the vocational specialist says there is a job within the U.S. economy, whether or not it's where you live or that job is anywhere available, that is not relevant. What's relevant is that this vocational expert said you could do that job. So that's why it is so important to have someone there on your behalf who is asking questions, because you want to be able to preserve your record if you have to appeal. You will not get a decision that day. The judges do not rule from the bench in Social Security. What they do is they take all of the information before them, which includes your medical records, your work history, your testimony, the vocational specialist testimony, and the medical specialist, if there is a medical specialist. And then in a month to 3 months, you'll receive a written decision in the mail.